What's up, guys, and welcome once again to Kwapong Kreatives. And my name is Benjamin. Yes. Anyway, welcome guys to this brand new video, and this is gonna be a video where I'm gonna work in Lightroom and then in Photoshop. I took these photos some 2 days ago in 2020. Yes, and I'm editing them in 2021. Very interesting anyway. So these images, I shot them at, for most of the images I shot them at ISO 100 using my Canon EF 85mm lens, f1.8, but I shot most of them as well at f2.5. Yep. So without wasting much time, I'm gonna begin first working in Lightroom. Yes, and then select some few photos, export them to Photoshop, and then continue the video. All right. So without wasting much time, to start working on this image, what I'm going to do first is, I can see the image is not well aligned, so I'm going to select my crop tool and then adjust it. I just want the image to be well aligned with the background. Yep. So I think this is fine. So I'm gonna hit done and then start my process by first of all adding some contrast. I can see that the image is washed out. Yes, I shot these images a day after a snow. Yep. And I shot them using natural lights around 3:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. yeah, thereabout. Yep. So for this particular image, what I'm gonna do, let me add some clarity, add some dehaze, add some vibrance. Yep. Okay, so far I've added contrast, reduced highlights, nothing on shadows. Okay, let me get going. So I want to add some sharpening, and what I will do is I'll hit on Alt, make a selection of where I want the sharpening to affect. Yes. All right, and then what I'll do again is come down. Let me see. Okay, let me come down. You can see some purple infringement, so I'm gonna take them out. The purple infringement. So I think an amount of 3 is okay. Also add some vignettes to the image, -30. I think that is okay as well. All right, so without wasting my time, let me go over what I've just done. I think I would like to reduce or change the hue of the green. Yes, so let me go to hue, saturation, and luminance, and then change green to what looks like orange. Yep. Likewise the yellow, and I think I would like to also add some saturation to the blue of the jeans. Yes, so let me go to saturation, add a little to the blue. Yep, I think 24 is okay for that. Okay, let me go back again and let's see. Exposure, I think the exposure is okay, but I think I would have to reduce the haze and then contrast just a little. Yes. All right, quick. Yeah, before, so the before looked kind of washed out. Yes. Losing contrast in the image, and then the after we have much contrast in the image, which is quite clear as well. All right, so what I'm going to do now is, I'm not going to export this image to Photoshop, so I'll whiten the eyes and then the teeth right away in Lightroom, and I have a separate video on whitening eyes and then whitening teeth in both Lightroom and then in Photoshop. So I'll put a link to both videos up so that you guys can check those out also. So what I'm gonna do now is, let me select the spot healing to remove this spot. I think it's very visible. Yep, done. Good. Let me see again before. Yep, and then after. For most part of the image, I think it's okay. Yep, I think it's okay. So without wasting much time, what I normally do is after working on my first image, I copy the settings. So that is, right click on that very image, select develop settings, and then copy settings. Now let me see the settings that I have checked. Color, basic, clarity, sharpening, all of these ones are checked. Chromatic aberration, yep, checked. Okay, and then copy. Yep. So what I'll do is I'll paste these settings on my remaining images, and then later on go through the images one by one and then make individual adjustments. So now I can see over here pasting settings. So what it's doing is pasting my settings from the first photo to all remaining photos. Good. And this reduces the time that I spent I beg your pardon, in editing. So what I'll do in this image is, okay, I won't waste time. Not all of the images will be exported to Photoshop, so I'll quickly go through images that I'm gonna work in Photoshop and make some adjustments in them and proceed from there. I really like this image and I'm gonna export this image to Photoshop. Yep, I'm gonna do. So what I'll do here is simply recompose it. I think the alignment is okay, so I'll hit done. But it looks like there's so much shadows in this image, so I've added just +10 of the shadow. So I really like this image. Ooh, this is also cool. I'm gonna export this one also to Photoshop, and like I did for the first one, but I think this I need to check the alignment well. Okay, enter. Okay, likewise this. Okay, I like this one as well. Enter. I think this over here, oh, maybe I'll work on it in Photoshop. It looks quite destructive anyway. All right, so let me not waste time. I don't really like this. I'm gonna skip this. I think I like this. So okay, okay, that's cool. The next, oh, let me see. I like these ones. Yep, I like these ones too. I like these images too. Okay, okay. Yep, these images from this model were nice. Yep, were nice. By the way, her name is Asma, from a very good friend of mine from Morocco. Yep. And then the name for the first one was Vanessa. She is also from Rwanda. Yep, yeah, that's it, Vanessa, also from Rwanda. All right, so this image, this I'm not gonna export to Photoshop, but I think I will add some shadows to this. Yes, just to bring back some details in the dark areas in the photo. Yep, and I think let me add some exposure as well. Good. I think this is fine now. Yep, this is fine now. Good. So let me move on. All right, that's cool. This is a cool image. Yep. Ooh, this image looks washed out. I mean, like really washed out. This image I think I shot against the sun, and what I'll do is let me see, I've got some presets. I think I would have to try one of the presets and see. There's this one for overexposed images, KK. I like this. I like this. I like this. This looks so cool. Ooh, KK overexposed. Ooh, punch 1, punch 2. I think I like the punch 1. Let me see punch 3. Ooh, this. I really like this photo. I really like this. I didn't see this coming. Like, for real. I really like this. This look like a window over here with the sun pouring out of the window to the subject. This look amazing. I really like this shot. Ooh, that's cool. Anyway, so this normally my workflow anyway. So if I've got 1,000 images to work on, first of all I start with the first image, make my adjustments in the first image, and then copy the settings, paste it on the remaining 999 images. That is if I'm working on 1,000 images, and then get time, go through all 999 remaining images one after the other, making individual adjustments. Maybe a particular image would have to be exposed, others would have to be underexposed, like, you know, make individual adjustments in it. And those that I would have to further work on them, I export to Photoshop. Otherwise I'm done. Yep. So anyway, with these images, for the sake of the video, I want our video to be short and precise, straight to the point. So I'm gonna select a handful of them, just a few images, and then export to Photoshop. Yep. And that'll be all for it. I'm not even gonna whiten the eyes in Photoshop, so let me do that just in Lightroom. I'm gonna do that in Lightroom, so I'm not gonna do that in Photoshop. Let me whiten the eyes and the teeth in Lightroom. Yep. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna make a selection of the photos to work in Photoshop. Yep. So I'm gonna select them and then export them to Photoshop. Yep, just a few of them. The ones left, I'll do that later on. Yep. All right, so with the selection done, I'm gonna hit on the right click and then export, and then did I really choose export? Edit in, sorry, and then edit in Adobe Photoshop 2020. Alright guys, so we are now in Photoshop. Yep. And without wasting my, what I'm gonna do first is let me duplicate my background layer with Ctrl J, and let me zoom in a little and see what I have on the image. All right, so I'll start by fixing the blemishes in the face. Let me use the patch tool. So this isn't a beauty shot, or this isn't a close-up, just a regular portrait. So I don't really have so much texture on the face, and also because of the condition out there, yeah, they played a significant role in the outcome of the image. Yep. So there isn't much to do anyway in the photo. Yep. So I'm just gonna do this. I could have done this as well in Lightroom anyway. Yeah, I could have. Yep. All right, So without wasting much time, what I'll do now is let me duplicate my layer again, head to Retouching Academy, and then select, it's been a long time using this. Okay, frequency separation 16-bit. Let me keep my radius to, I mostly work within 6.4 anyway. Yep, but let me see. Maybe 5.8. Okay, now what I will do is select on my low frequency. I think I'm gonna do I'm gonna do another video on how I do my frequency separation using the Retouching Academy, and also without using the Retouching Academy. I've got my own actions also here for frequency separation. Yep, KK frequency separation, yeah, 8-bit, 16-bit here. So it all depends anyway. Yeah, so later on I think I would have to do that. So what I'm going to do now, selecting the low frequency, let me select my mixer brush to mix the two colors. Okay, now I think I can begin mixing. Anyway, so I can see that my mixing is not good, as I can see, really poor, and that is because of the setting that I'm working in. So let me hit undo. I have so much wet in the brush, as well as this color in the brush, so I'm gonna reduce my wet to 3%. My mix flow, okay, I'm gonna leave that as that is, but the brush, I want a clean brush. Yes. Anyway, so I'm done with my frequency separation, and what's next? Okay, so like I said before, I'm not gonna waste much time on this image because I already like the outcome of the image. Let me try and then add a photo filter, and see how it looks. Ooh, that's not bad. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the photo filter, but reduce the opacity to, let's say 75. Yep, so before and after. So without the photo filter, I can see that this part of the image where the sun was coming from has the warm feel, kind of, yeah, loose warm orange, yeah, kind of, and then the base where we have the snow also looks cool. Yep, but adding the filter makes the overall image look kind of warm, which I think doesn't best fit the mood that you were taking the image. So I'll further reduce the opacity to 50. Yep, and I think this is much better. Yep, so this look very cool, and this look kind of balanced on my screen here. It looks balanced, yep, between the warm part and then the cool part. Yep, so I think I'm gonna leave it like this for the meantime. After my so I didn't really do much on the photo anyway. Made some correction on the blemishes, made a frequency separation, and then added just a warm filter over the image, and I'm pretty much good. Yep, I'm pretty much good. So what I'm going to do now is I will later on continue with these images, the remaining ones, and that's the same time I'm gonna do anyway. Frequency separation, and then, you know, make some few tweaks. I think this image is not part, so I'm gonna remove it. Yep, and that's all. So when I'm done, then I will save. So save, and then back to Lightroom. Yep. All right, so I have this image now, the one that I just exported from Lightroom. Yep, and then the original. Good. So just a slight tweak. So if I'm to go to the before and then yep. So this is the before, the raw image. This is the edited in Photoshop, in Lightroom, and then this is what we have from Photoshop. Really cool, really cool. So yeah guys, thanks a lot for sticking, and then thanks a lot for following through. And all I would say is just keep on supporting the channel by commenting, by liking, by sharing the videos, and I really appreciate your support guys so far. See you in my next video guys, and I'm going to make videos on how I do my frequency push in depth, using Retouching Academy, and also without using the Retouching Academy. So see you next time guys, and bye.